What's up, everybody? For this workout today, we're going to be focusing on exploding and jumping off of 2 feet. All right, so we are going to be doing a couple other things that we're working on throughout the workout, but the main focus is going to be jumping off of 2 feet and trying to get up as high as we can. All right, so for this workout, just make sure for all your jumps, your knees, try to make sure you keep them out. All right, when I jump, I don't want to bend my knees and bring them in. It's almost like I'm spreading the floor apart. I want to keep my knees out as I explode up. All right, and for this first exercise, it's just going to be 2 feet, all right, jumping off the platform with the resistance hooked up to us. There's going to be no break in between, all right? So once I land, I want to load up and explode using my arms, hips, everything, get up as high as I can right away, all right? No break in between. So for this one, we're going to use the belt. Make sure you get both the pads on both hips here. Hook up the belt as tight as you can. And remember to use a resistance that's good for you, all right? Don't try to do too much resistance or make it too heavy. A good resistance that really just makes you have to work hard and push through it, all right? So one side at a time, you'll grab your resistance bands. Hook them up to each side here. And again, a reminder, make sure those knees don't come in. You're gonna go with 6 explosive jumps as quick as you can. Once you hit the floor, you're hopping right back up. All right, so for this next exercise, we're gonna superset it with our 2-foot jumps. All right, so right after that one, you're gonna go right into the next one. For this one, you'll need a 360 belt and you'll need a basketball. All right, we're gonna go with drives off the dribble with a little resistance hooked up to us. Make sure you just keep your shoulders over toes and really focus on your first step, being as quick as you can and pushing through the resistance. All right, so you're gonna go each hand, do about 3 to 5 reps, all right, and make sure you push, get all the way there, and then I want you to stay low on the way back. All right, so you can either go right off the dribble, start with a change of direction move, or a double move. All right, I'll do one of each just so you guys can see. So again, you'll hook up this belt to the resistance. And when we do this, you don't have to go too far forward. All right, just 1 or 2 hard dribbles, get out there as quick as you can, and then bring it back nice and slow so you can go into the next rep. All right, for this next exercise in series, we're really gonna work our explosion, all right, jumping up off of 2 feet, all right, we're gonna do a little split squats as well. But for the first one, we're gonna go with box jumps, hooked up to the Vertimax, all right? So, key to this is really just make sure you're being safe, all right? So make sure your box is probably gonna be a little lower than you normally would if you weren't hooked up to the resistance, all right? And the point of the Vertimax resistance isn't to pull us down, it's just to give us a little bit of resistance compared to what we're normally jumping when we're just using body weight. All right, so it shouldn't be pulling us too hard. Just make sure the resistance is a little bit, all right, or enough where you feel it, but you're still jumping up, all right? And again, probably bring that box down a little bit, all right? And some of you may not even use the Vertimax. You might just go with the box and just do regular box jumps, all right? As long as you're trying and you're jumping as hard as you can, that's exactly what we're looking for, all right? So again, we're gonna use the belt. Now we're only gonna have 1 pad on it. This is gonna go straight behind us, all right? So I hook it up with this straight on my back. And then I want to make sure again that it's nice and tight here. And then with the hook of the resistance from the Vertimax, we're going to go off the front of the platform, all right? So not a side one, off the front. And I'm just going to hook this up right to the back. And then I want to get my box in here, all right? So normally I would use all 3, but since I'm using a little resistance here, I really want to make sure that this box is a little lower, so I'm bringing it down 12 inches, all right? Now, when you get up top, remember that there is a little resistance pulling you back. So really try to stay low and stand up slowly once you get to the top. And then make sure you come down nice and safe, all right? All right, for our superset with our box jumps hooked up to the Vertimax, all right, we're gonna do split jumps. All right, so I'm starting in a split squat position here. I wanna get really low. I'm gonna focus on pushing off my front leg, all right, and when I jump, I'm gonna shift to the other side. All right, so really again, make sure that knee isn't coming in, and I wanna push through that heel, jump up as high as you can, and switch and sink down into a low position. All right, this one, it's up to you. You can go with your body weight, or you can use one of our medicine balls. All right, for the sake of this video, I'll use the medicine ball just to show you that I want you to hold it nice and high as you go through, and really just use your legs for this exercise. All right, so you should do 3 to 5 per leg. For this next set of exercises, all right, we're gonna use our belt again, just with one behind us. Same setup as before. We're going with broad jumps for this next one. All right, so for these broad jumps, same thing. I want a lot of resistance on there pulling me back, but not so much resistance where it's when I go up that I'm falling back. Right, I want to be able to land and stay true to my form, all right, without being pulled back. So if that resistance is pulling you back too far, make sure you bring it down just a little bit. All right, for these ones, we're gonna do another set, all right, of 4 to 8, it's up to you. Make sure you're going 2 jumps at a time, all right? So when I do 2 jumps, that's 1. And then I'm gonna bring it back, and I'm going right into my next one, all right? So I'm gonna hook up to my resistance. I wanna stay low. I really wanna explode using my hips, and I'm gonna jump forward as far as I can. And then I'll bring it back nice and slow and controlled. That's 1. Now I'm on to my second. Nice and controlled on the way back. All right, for our superset now with our broad jumps, we're gonna go with med ball squat throws, all right? So we're all gonna use a medicine ball here. I have a 10-pound one, otherwise we have our 5-pound ball over there. Same thing, you just want some resistance as you're going up, all right? So I'm gonna hold this ball right about at my chin level, all right? I'm holding it up. I wanna make sure that I keep my chest up all the way down, all right? And I'm gonna keep on going down until my elbows hit my knees. Right when I get to this position, I'm gonna explode up as high as I can and really try to throw that ball as high as I can as well. All right, so if I can hit that ceiling, try to hit that top railing, that's what you're going for. All right, same thing, 4 to 8 reps, it's up to you. Let that ball drop and hit the ground. Do not try to catch the ball. Make sure you push off both legs equally and you push with both arms equally. All right, for our last set of exercises, we're gonna go right back to the Vertimax with our 2-foot jumps, all right, exploding up as high as we can. Now we're gonna pause in between, all right? So now I want you to explode up, jump as high as you can, land safely, and then rest, all right? Shake it out, whatever you have to do, make sure you're well rested for that next jump, and then you're getting right back into it, all right? So this one isn't meant to tire you out at all. Take a little break in between each, and then get right to your next jump, all right? So again, we have our belt here with both pads on. I'm gonna put it on both sides of my hips here. Again, do a good resistance that's good for you. All right, good resistance level. One side at a time. For these jumps, they can be a little heavier as you're gonna take a little time in between. Same thing, make sure those knees don't go in, we keep them out. All right, for our last exercise and to end our superset with our jumps off the Vertimax, we're gonna go with 2 jumps, all right, using the hoop here and a basketball. 2 jumps where the first one you're jumping up as high as you can, get that ball as high as you can, all right, try to hit the net or maybe touch the rim, land, and then you're up as high as you can again for a finish. All right, so there's 2 jumps per each set, and I want you to do 2 on the right side, 2 on the left side.